Hello, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Today we're going to be playing a very iconic game, if you know what I mean. You know, a game that recently got a re-release, and I want to start this now with this message that this game and this Let's Play is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. So if you're a child or easily disturbed, I would ask you to leave. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a positive experience playing this game. Would you like to review content warnings, which contain spoilers? Alternately, the in-game content warnings can be enabled in the setting menus anytime. Well, I'm not going to press yes since, you know, no. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you know the game's age rating in your region, and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. Yes. Whoa, look at this cute game about anime. Whoa. This fun, cute anime game. Wow, so amazing. Did I already say hello, guys, gals, and non-binary pals? Well, if not hello, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, welcome to Doki Doki Literature Club. There should be a plus. I don't know where that went. Please enter your name. I don't know what to enter. Or see. Strong. Wait, can I enter my full name? No! Strong and Defoe. Strong and Defoe. That's my name, guys. That's officially my name. Hey! See an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any intention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making one day, but just kind of works out because you know each other for so long. Wait, I want to check this. Oh. Okay. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but during around high school she would oversleep more and more frequently. I would get tired of waiting. But if she's going to chase after me, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalks and let Sayori catch up to me. Ha! I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Strong and Defoe. Defoe. Settings mode. Maybe only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Yeah, you say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That means Strong and Defoe. it's discount Willem Dafoe, except it's Strong and Defoe. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, that I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Strong and Tough. The ... makes it seem like she stopped saying my name. Have you signed on the club to join yet? A club? Oh, don't worry, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. Ugh. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. I did? I'm sure it's possible that I did, in one or many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. So I like to worry a little bit too much, and when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free times on games and anime. But he's so relatable, guys. I was talking about how I'm worried that you that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but if I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world, you trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if that makes you happy. No promises though. But at least promise you'll try a little. And I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I was surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Oh my god, it's the classroom. School day is over. Ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack things up, I stare blankly at a wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sora wants me to check out some clubs, because I have no choice to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sarah must have come in the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out the classroom, but I saw you just sitting there spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. Oh. You don't need to wait for me if it's gonna make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might see some encouragement, so I thought, you know. Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori? Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is the vice president of the literature club. I guess you could say we're some sort of Doki literature club. Not even I was aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who promised the club, she inherited the title of Vice President. And that said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyways? Well, kind of told the club yesterday I would bring a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything, so Don't make promises you can't keep. No, if Sayori, if she didn't say that, none of this would have happened. I can't tell if Sayori's really that much of it, or she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll come for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. Thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the schools and upstairs a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings the classroom door, open the deck. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me new member. Glance to the rooms. Girl 1. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. I don't know what voices to give these characters. Sayori always says nice things about you. What voice should I make her? Seriously? No. Seriously, you brought a boy. Way to kill the atmosphere. Strong and Defoe. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. A word escaped me in this situation. This club. It's full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. Girl with a sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She's also the one who made cupcakes for Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets me at 80. Sayori says this quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy, and this is Yuri, the smartest of the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. Sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. Great. Wait. Oh, I completely forgot most of this stuff in like the first game, so I thought that was like, oh, she remembers you from when you played Doki Doki. Despite I don't have the first Doki Doki on my computer, this computer. We talked, but we're in the same class. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, strong and Defoe. We made a room for you just at the table. You can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. And how about we make some tea as well? We also have a few desks arranged to form a table. So I already mentioned it's been wiring so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walked over to the corners of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens his chest, still feeling awkward. I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are all drawn with icings and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. They're cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sarah goes first, then Monica, I follow. It's delicious, Sarah tucks with her mouth full and has managed to get icing on her face. Turn the cupcake around my fingers, looking for the best angle so you can bite. Natsuki's quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my directions. She waiting for me to take a bite. I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Well, why are you thinking? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. And I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. But not for you, dummy. Oh my god, sussy baka. I gave up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismissed the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. She keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Hee, don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Huh? That's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. God, she looked away just like what said. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, seeing and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy the tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow and smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Sometimes it tells me I shouldn't tell Monica I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so it's okay, don't be embarrassed. It will make you sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? Surely be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It's like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. There's not many people very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it does make school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really call this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah, we'll do our best. You know what? Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have really worked hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a member join. Though I still don't know if I can keep up their level of enthusiasm about literature. Strong and Defoe. What the kind of things do you like to read? Something out little. I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something but keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What I'm saying, I spoke without thinking. After seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the room with her teacup with fingers. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in. There's always the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror once. I just really grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. This rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. Someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that, but if a story makes things or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is also very successful in changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, just... Natsuki's eyes darted over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write down cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gave you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. Looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud. Give that back. Fine. Yeah, your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you show them sometime? No! Natsuki averted her eyes. You won't like them. I'm not very confident writing it. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess the same for Yuri. I want to read everyone's poems. Will sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look puzzically at Monica. Let's go home and write a poem of your own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That's right, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think you can help us get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Strong and Defoe? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth and say what's been on my mind the entire time. Never said I would join this club, so I may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made that decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought, Strong and Defoe. You all, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision in ones like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right, okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. You really just came for cupcakes, I would be super pissed! And that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone, I think that's it. We can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignments, write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Strong in the foe. I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? Or just feel the anxiety welling up inside me? Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean their food. Hey, Strong in the foe, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I'd never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! The two of us apart to the classroom and make our way home. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to go close to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just pretend to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure a good version will find me. I guess I'll start with writing a poem tonight. Whoa, what a fun dating simulator. Whoa, where's Monica? That's so weird. Where do you think your favorite club member will like? Okay. Misery. Misery. Oh. Doki Doki. Rain Cloud. Disown. Graveyard. Ocean. Anxiety. Extreme. Massacre. I'm just choosing the most, meager. Yuri's just jumping for all of them. Marriage. Uncontrollable. The song from Xenoblade Chronicles X. Entropy. Defeat. Undertale. Misfortune. Empty. Horror. Hopeless. Dark. There's gotta be a time between Yuri and Sayori. I can strong the foe. I'm glad to see you didn't run away on us, ha ha ha. No, don't worry. This time a little strange for me, but at least I kept my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. This is the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Strong Defoe. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into a literature you're not accustomed to. Oh, come on, he deserves any slack. Sarah told me that he didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here. Help! Oh, yeah, wait, I gave her a really high-pitched voice. What if you don't take us seriously? You won't see the end of it. That's okay, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself in between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki flops back in her seat. Don't worry guys, Stronger the Foe will always give us the best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with the busy work without even asking me. Like cooking, clean my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting, and you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come you and the Strong Foe can become good friends too? Sayori? Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori. Me? No, not really. Don't be shy, it's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. See, we made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. Guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any night gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I wouldn't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. He reaches the bag and holds up a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked up a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you want. How's a girl accidentally being so cute? She picked out a book she thinks I like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. That won't settle, and I expect Monica to have some scheduled activities with the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri faces sorry, very notebook. Can't help but notice her intense expression, like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I feel like it's been distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah, crap. I think she knows me looking at her. She sneaks around, another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. Only then she hides her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. Or this, sensing that I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's hard. I was so focused that I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. I'm just rereading a bit. So, that's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I want to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about, anyways? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. Oh my god, the game theory thing. There's ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright, I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister, but as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she desperately chooses who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships. And her life starts to fall apart. That's kinda dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like he was going to be nicer, but then the dark turn came from somewhere. Hahaha. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing strung in the foe? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy some kinds of story, don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into these things. Just sign reclusive. Well, I'm gonna save right. Okay. No. Just trying to. It's just those kinds of stories. They challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. And horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, because they have their own goals, their own philosophy that they believe in. And then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're out to be a naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again, I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then, but I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange, and please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all. That's true. In fact, might as well get started reading it, huh? No, you don't have to, huh? What are you saying? Should have known we got usually looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. After I quickly retrieved the book, I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I sit on the seat next to Yuri. Yeah. Are you sure? It's been a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company of someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright, I want the book to start the prologue. So now I understand what Yuri means about reading company. I can feel her presence over my shoulder and read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe just a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize she's not actually looking down at her own book. I glance over her. Looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Haha. Here, this should work too, right? Slide my desk until it's up to Yuri, then I hold my book from between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean until our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so I said I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess this makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Oh my god. It's a drawing. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. There's the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page, Yuri slides it with her thumb and she flips it to her side. But I'm holding it like this, or hold it even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over to Yuri's face again, our eyes meet. I don't know how she'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I might be patient if it takes a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. So you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. Continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. So I just assume she's finished the page before me. So I turn on my own violation. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting the float over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be silly, but my character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all the things she says and done. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see you into your head or anything, but you're kind of reminiscing in some of your mannerisms. I see. He remained silent for a moment, but strong of the foe. That's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. It's so embarrassed that you think like that. Wait, I didn't mean in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I didn't know you're so self-confident, self-confident, that sort of thing. I guess it's more... Wait a minute, it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think about time we share today's poems with each other. Might not have enough time if we wait too long. Your exhale spared from the finish when comes on. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. Oh, it's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer if I only read with you? Guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll just read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first two chapters in your own time. Alright, I stand up. Make a mental note on where I left off in the book and then slip it into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sarah and Monica enthusiastically pulls out their poems. Sarah is on a wrinkled sheet of leaf torn from the spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in the composition notebook. I already see Monica's pristine handwriting if ever I say. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, which in the bags I did this one myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Monica. Start with Monica. Yesterday she eager to read my poem. I want her to know I'm putting in effort. Hey, Strong and Defoe. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyways, want to share the poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Ahaha. Don't worry, Strong and Defoe. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. It's that sort of area that we all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. Hand Monica my poem. Great job, Strong and Defoe. I was saying, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something that deep. I guess I underestimate you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way I always can't. I always Well, I guess it worked anyways. You know what Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing's full of imagery and symbolism. I like Yuri, who likes simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri's the one when the readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. Very challenging to write that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it, feel, or letting them deeply analyze the nuances. It can take years of practice, but I'm assuming Yuri has done to this point. Never really asked though. Sure, nowhere near her leveling up. Don't worry so much about it. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn new things. Sure, I'll end up trying a different lot. It can take a while before I'm comfortable doing this. That's okay. Love to see you try new things. That'll be the best way to find styles that suit you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you to have worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not really good. So I'm very confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, it's because I have to sound confident. It means I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. Couldn't have been me. See? The directions spackled products. Nosy neighbor? An angry I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I feel blind. Like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. Just a little hole, wasn't too bright, it was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized now I was looking in, I was looking out. On the other side, I was looking in. So you think? Well, it's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that's kind of style. It's still pretty popular nowadays. There's a lot of poems putting emphasis on timing the words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put this. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. Been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that. It's kind of I'm struggling. It's better friends with each other. Anyways, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this, if you keep your pen at the same spot for too long, you'll get a big, dark puddle of ink. Just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Yuri. As Yuri reads the phone, I notice her eyes line up. Exceptional. What's that? Did I say it out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. Will I do anything wrong, Yuri? I guess you're right. What am I getting nervous for? Yuri takes breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Use of imagery and metaphors indicate you've read a lot of poetry before. Really? Oh, that's a huge compliment coming from you. It's actually my first time, actually. Huh? Yuri stares at me like, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri throws up unrefined excuse. She uses her finger like the words in the poems as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. The real reason I was able to tell, there are some specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. I've been doing that myself. I kind of learned to pick up on them. Most of the thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up writing separate from the topic matters, and they form into together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, once her mentor totally changes, her stamina is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, putting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take some time, but when it comes to practice, learning by example and trying new things, I also hope that everything else in the club is a little bit biased. How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry, that's fine. Not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself or to me or not. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles really as a rare opportunity for her. It's kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Go stare in the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow bathing. It must be this one, the last ring the streetlight took. Withstood the steps of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air in the present but living the past. The light flickers. I flicken back. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking at all. Please just give you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually was thinking your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. I also like the poem, even though it's short. It was really descriptive. It was too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest, since our first time sharing, I want to write something a little more mild. Something that easy to digest, I suppose. You're into ghost theory? Actually, the story is not a ghost at all, shrugged the flow. Really? Must have totally missed the point. I suppose you only took a glance over after all, but remember the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only be symbolically compared to the post lingering in their last place of comfort. They were to let go of the past and soon. It's so putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. I'm sorry for yelling a lot. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. In the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Strong the Foe. Me too. Should I show my Suki? Strong the Foe, you're not gonna make this club serious out of your home. What? Harsh. What expect me to actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe I'm not good, but yeah, I did put effort. I'll start somewhere, right? You're still proud of your first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Fine! I'm sorry! You'll get better anyways, and I'll tell you what to improve. But you better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, you should know it, I guess. Anyway, I guess I'll share mine now. Mine you probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. Yeah. Told you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I won't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all specific and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style shouldn't make your messages any less valid. Yes. Oh, I was reading my part. Is that Doki? It's like when it's easy to read, but you hate too hard. Like this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the nice thing about some writing that puts in more weight than wordplay. Like I set over a rhyme at the end with made poem on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling of the last line. So you did. I guess more went to this, I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. Glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. Decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Okay, Sayori time. This is a good poem, Sean the Foe. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course, it's not that good. I'm the kind who would be writing poems in his free times. I guess you're right. That's why it's impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. Really happy that you wrote one. Just reminds me how you're really part of the club now. I'm afraid that I'm standing over you in the club room. Well, of course, I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's not like I said before, Strong the Foe. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. Trying new things is like this for other people. That's something only real good people can do. Thanks, Sayori. Not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive, but then, can't deny she's a part of the reason I'm joining. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure you have a lot of fun here, okay? Now we know everything you're thinking. Alright, I'm gonna hold on to that then. Yay! Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry. I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear Sunshine, the way you go through my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub my sleep from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play, or are you trusting me to wish the rainy away? To wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue, it's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until morning to write this? No, it's just a little bit. The answers are just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forget to do it last night. At least it makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Ah, yes. Didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? Sounds just like you. Really? Yeah, especially the last line. I made eggs and toast, even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Guess there's no point in arguing. Anyways, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Maka's the best. Oh yeah, the next time I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Phew, I guess that's everyone. Glance around the room. A little more stressful than anticipated. It's as if everyone's judging me with mediocre writing abilities. If they're just being nice, there's no way my poem can stand up to theirs. It's just a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself to. Across the room, Sarah and Monica are happily chatting. I laid my odds on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchanged pieces of paper showing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki brows eyebrows furrow into frustration. Beyond Yuri smiles faintly. What is this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing! Natsuki dismissively returned the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? You just completely missed the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just mean the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? We have to try to come up with something nice today. Thanks, but it really didn't come out as nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would ask someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Strong the Foe did too. Based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change that anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Strong the Foe liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so impressed with trying our... I didn't know you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Strong the Foe appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? How do you know that didn't happen? My advice more? Are you full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Everyone okay? Wait, no, wait! I was the only one whose booth magically grew big, a size bigger as soon as Strong the Foe started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a riddle. This doesn't involve you! I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned to me and I noticed I was standing there. Strong the Foe. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true! She started it! If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't happen in the first place. What's the point in making all your problems all convoluted? The reading should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Well, they explained to her Strong Force. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. The only way to convey complex feelings and meanings the most effectively. Avoiding them is not unnecessarily limiting yourself, but it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Strong the Foe? Well... I got dragged into this first place. Not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me, so... Help me, Sayori. Natsuki lives at me drawing of the words I had in my mouth, so instead I turned to Yuri. Sayori? Eh? Yeah, everyone's fine to is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like that? Strong the Foe. That's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings onto our conflict. Yeah, when Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stupid jerk she's been. I would never. Your immaturity is what made her upset in the first place. Excuse me, princess. I'm making her sound like Toad. Are you? No, that's Mickey Mouse. Were you listening to yourself? That's exactly why. Exactly why no one likes. Stop. Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because it gives you so many feelings with just a few words, and Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. Why are we fighting? Because... well... Also, Natsuki's cute, and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Sayori. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Next to he sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sarah is vice president. I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Ha 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 ha. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I'm guessing that means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's really suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get her feelings hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knock. Such a genuine person really doesn't make a good president, regardless of what she says. I'd like to get a chance to talk to her a little more. I think I'm gonna end it here, actually. Sorry you didn't get to see the psychological horror stuff, but, you know, saw cute anime girls. Boom. Bye. Goodbye, my guys, gals, and non-binary pals. I hope to see you next time. Hello, my guys, gals, and non-binary pals. I don't know if this is like a weird thing. This is probably episode 2 or something, but I pressed exit and this showed up. What the heck? What is this? Oh, it's showing the real life time. What the? No. What is happening? No. What the heck? Okay, cute. Yeah, this. Side stories. Trust Part 1. Stories of friends unrelated to the main events of the game. All 6 try writing poems for different characters and viewing their special scenes in DLC. Files. God, it's... I have to open. Bro, this is weird. Saves. We get the saves. Bro. Okay. Well, that's helpful. Scratch this. Wait, whoa. This is scratch this. Do not use it to store sensitive or permanent things. If you need to access files from the encrypted file share, copy them to your disposable drive and plug them directly into the thin client. Do not copy them here. Ray is working on setting a proxy mail to survey so we can proper remote communication without having to worry the higher ups. Keeps everything offline until then, Paula. What the heck? What is this? There's something weird going on here. I've got a mail. Oh, look at it. Look at these cute pictures. Secrets. Backgrounds. Sketches. Concept sketch. Whoa, these sketches are so cute. Oh, okay. What is happening? What is this? Metaverse Enterprise? Are those the, I don't think those are the people who worked on Doki Doki. We can make these our wallpaper. Just make one of the concept. No, I don't. It's a cute image. I'm so confused. Oh my god. dun, dun, dun. No, no, no. What is happening? Settings. There's something weird going on. What is this? Well, goodbye, my guys, gals, and non-binary pals. There's a deeper conspiracy here.